What is up, YouTube? How y'all doing? This is gonna be a short video right here. Now I'm gonna put this with one more. This is the art of dialogue, man. Hey, Dame Dash is going viral hard as I don't know what on, especially on YouTube. I'll probably Instagram it too. Oh my God. Hit that subscribe button, hit that bell. Let's check this bad boy. Yeah.
I have to ask you about this because I don't want to be asking you about another man's wife, but I keep seeing it around the internet. And I know you've seen it too. So, you know, I got to get your point of view on it. Is it any truth to you trying to talk to Beyonce while she was with Jay?
Nah. You know, I like Willie D a lot, and I was surprised that he had someone that's not credible on his show like that. But some things that he says are true, but everybody knows. But like the things he says, like intimate, he's not a Rockefeller specialist. We never respected him as a Rockefeller. He was never any of our friends. None of that. He was just a hired employee like the hundreds of people that have done that. He just happened to be getting content. Like I said, whenever you talk to someone that was said that they would know everything because they taped everything and you took all the footage, show it. Back it up. Pause. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Back it up. Pause.
I would never try to talk to another man's wife. Before that I ran into it once and I think I got a number at this Victoria's Secret show. But to me, she was like a little girl. So I was going after Giselle. You know, I wasn't going it was like Giselle, everybody. And Naomi Campbell was a lot of people that she hadn't realized the potential yet. But it was because I honestly was like, I'll call you to talk to you. But that was like a year or two before all, you know, that she wasn't, she was probably like almost, like she was, I don't want to say this because it'll trigger too much shit, so. But I never tried to talk to her after that. Well, I would never. I'm not. Damn.
You know,
we're rock stars.
Damn, young. You ain't say you. Well.
So yes, definitely. It wasn't like I never looked at one of his girls and said I'm gonna smash her. That never happened. Once he would hit the chick, then I'm not fucking with her. But before we would go hard. But he would do that a lot. Like, you know, girls. You know, again, I'll put it in the book. You know, but I never chased his chicks, but sometimes if there was a choice, they would choose me a lot. And sometimes they would choose him. But you know, Aaliyah hadn't with one. If he would have touched her physically at all, you know, any penetration or anything like that, then I could have never wifed her. That would have never. I'm not a guy that's ever going to wife a girl that my friends. I'm not ever going to do that. You understand what I'm saying? I couldn't do that. I can't walk in the room and they got that connection. Never. So the only reason why we were both going at her, but she chose me. That's all. But it wasn't like I was trying to take his girl. I mean, he might have had PTSD because of that, which I'm sure he did. You know, I can't help how a girl feels, but you know, I wouldn't. He knows I would never do that. You know, I don't even listen to Beyonce records because I don't want to fuck her. I don't want to see her shake her body. I don't.
Dude, what did you say? You going too deep. I think you lying because you're going too deep. You stumbling and all this type of stuff. My criminal justice degree is kicking in. Dude, I know it's an interview and you're trying too hard. Whatever it is you're trying to do, you're trying too hard. You're trying to make a comeback. You're trying to get out of this debt. You already filed for bankruptcy. You're washed up, dog. You are washed. You are a washboard washed up, man. God dang, man. You are so washed up. Don't nobody want to touch you, man. You're worse than Diddy, dog. You're just not locked up. That's all. As far as washed up, don't nobody want to work with you.
Even
man.
though Jay, I still consider my brother. I don't even really know what she looks like.
Man,
you understand what I'm saying? I don't really look at her. I don't listen to her music. To me, her music portrays her, and the way that she dances and stuff puts her in a sexual light. So I feel funny looking at it. I can't even really I don't play no Beyonce.
Because you know you want it. That's why you feel funny looking at it. Beyonce is what she is. She's marketed as what she is. She's a sex symbol, man. Of course she's going to get on there. All the pretty ladies, all the pretty ladies, all the pretty. I'll put your hands up. Got all the gay people up in the club. So with all that being said, if the song is on and I'm in the mood to play and I'm at the club and I'm partying, I got my friends, I'ma dance, I listen to it. If it's in the radio in the car, I'ma listen to it. If that's what I feel, I ain't gonna sit there and be doing the interviews. I don't listen to her music because I don't even want her to put me in that type of mood. Shit, fuck. I mean, forget that. I don't give a damn. Shoot, I'm all the pretty ladies. Oh, I'll put your hands up. I like that part.
Records, it's not because of Jay and the problems we have. It's because of the respect I got for him.
Oh, man.
You understand what I'm saying?
Man, no.
So last time I saw Jay and Beyonce, that was Shaka's party. I ran into her. We talked and I said, "There's Rachel right over there, and go right over there." I don't want that. I don't even want her to have the chance to like me because it's hard not to. I'm not gonna say she do or don't. But
dude, your words used to hit hard, but now they hit a whole lot different.
But I don't even want that. I don't want to. I've had connections with other people's girls, and I'd be like, "You know better than that," and walk off. Like we'll get the eye. Let's stop talking because you know homeboy's gonna go crazy. Let's go. And I'm not gonna say who that is. But it's happened that I've said no to other niggas' wives a lot that I respect, that everybody knows. You know what I'm saying? But I wouldn't do that. And to niggas' daughters.
Damn, Dave.
Like if your daughter, I get really offended when I hear that certain niggas, and you know who you are, have ran up in my daughter's DM. And I'm like, damn, that nigga is so crazy. I'm like, that nigga knew you was a baby. And I'm a step to that nigga when I see him. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you know that's my daughter. Like, either way, like, out of respect, bro. I know it's my daughter. But you already know what you're going to do. I know. I tell me and my daughter got the best. I tell her everything. All these niggas do want to fucking tell everybody. Do not do it. Only with somebody that really loves you, make them earn. And once he does that, he's responsible for your bills because I did that for your mother. Fuck all that.
Dude, you are.
A real man doesn't make a woman pay a bill unless he doesn't have it and he's been paying the bills. And then when he's down, he's not down for long. And that's when she could help. But she knows that you're fighting every day, so she never has to work. That's why I never let my girls work. I start them businesses. I left my ex-wife a $100 million business that I created for and invested $8 million in. It's all hers. You know, I judge people at manhood a certain way. You know what I'm saying? That's why I was saying Charlemagne, you know, he's feminine. Like, not to say, I don't know if he's gay or not, but he doesn't represent a masculine black man. And I hope people don't think he represents us as a whole. And this is how a black man acts, you know, to the other cultures that he's talking to, because we ain't jacking him. We don't do that.
So this interview was right after the Breakfast Club. Dang. It's like it was a dropping. This is 20 hours ago right here, y'all. Golly, this is crazy.
Pause.
Dude.
Like his OG is Wendy Williams. My OG is Daniel. And a whole lot that I'm not even allowed to say their names.
So the rumor that's going around that you tried to talk to Beyonce at the Change Clothes video shoot, that's a lie.
If I talked to her, I wasn't trying to get out of it. He's saying she was looking at me a certain way. I didn't notice. I didn't even look at her in the face. If I said hi, I don't remember. It wasn't a memorable moment. But my intention was never. Like I said, Naomi Campbell was there. You know what I'm saying? Like yeah, she was doing me a favor.
What is Naomi?
That's my sister.
Campbell?
You know what I'm saying? I'm not paying attention. That's that man, girl. It's supermodels, all this shit. Why would I do that? I don't even know how good she looks. I don't even know, you know what I'm saying? I could see what she's doing and it's enough to turn away. Like I'd be like, oh no, I don't want to see her butt. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see it. I don't know how he deals with that, but that's on him. That's just not me. That was an issue I was having with Aaliyah. Like at the time, it was like I wasn't trying to be in love with a girl that's going to be doing kissing scenes and be in the studio with a nigga. No, I don't want that for me. I want you with me all the time. A nigga that's going to be with you in the room for 12 hours will definitely fall in love. I did. So why would I want to put you, I was doing everything I can. Like, yo, let me get your shit right so you don't have to be around nobody or leave the Australia for 4 months and do kissing scenes with niggas. I didn't like that shit at all. That's what, I don't know what would have happened. And that's what's great about that situation is we never got to get to an argument. All I can remember is the golden times. But usually a long-term relationship has some dark times. I just never had any with her because we didn't get that long terms. The years we were together, she was on the road and doing movies a lot. But we were really in love. And yeah, she was the coolest.
And speaking of Aaliyah, that's another rumor that's been going around for a while too. And I hate to even ask you about this, but I'm sure you've been saying the same thing. It's been a rumor going around about that, about how she was with Jay first and you took her from Jay.
He was talking to her, but I didn't know. He's sneaky, so I didn't know. So when I was talking to her, she was like, "How's Jay?" And so she said, like, he must have tried it too. So it wasn't like I knew. I didn't know. Like with Beyonce, it was some sneaky shit. That nigga flew to LA and stood, and it was, you know, he's slick. Boss, he's cunning. So you never really know what Jay's. You don't know who Jay's fucking with. The way he pulled Beyonce was cunning. Real cunning. But that's his business. I ain't know. So let me just say this. You see how you say it's wait. You see how you say it's going around the internet? That's why I have to speak on certain things, or else it'll stay going around the internet and people will believe it, and it does affect my business. But if you're not a boss, you don't understand that. That's the reason why you see the dude from Apple before he died, he said his truth because he knew algorithms. What's his name? Steve Jobs. You see Elon Musk speaks a lot. Because the reason why you didn't speak before is because there wasn't an internet, there wasn't an algorithm, there wasn't social media. So now you have to approach business a little different. You have to be able to adjust. There's different weapons out there and there's different ways to fight them.
Yeah.
These people that do certain things, they know about clipping, they know, I know all the tricks, I just don't do them. I don't have to pay for rhythm. I am rhythm.
All right, this gonna be a 2-in-1, y'all. Wait a minute, because I'm sitting here now as we speak. It's not up there? Okay, I'm gonna move it. Man, this day, Dad. Wait a minute. Is this the next one? This is 18 minutes. Let's do this one then. Dame Dash responds to Cameron.
I'd like to take this time, if you like.
Here we go.
Because
this is crazy, young.
I know you want to know about well, I'm going to tell you. So what happened was, when 50 smacked Cam on his hips, I really was mad about that because, you know, at the time I considered myself his OG, and that's no shit that I want him doing. But what I was saying was, you over there with Steve Stout, someone I slapped, and someone I'm beefing with, and 50 who's coming at me, pause, and you letting 50 smack you on the hips, and y'all chilling? Something must be going on. A Harlem never lets anybody smack him on the hips, on the ass. Not even in ball, be like, yo, stop, chill, don't smack me on my ass. And 50's a smart guy, so I felt like he was sending me a message, like, I got your little mans. I got your Tony Yayo. I got your Memphis Bleak. I got your little brother. I'm smacking your little brother on the hip. So I called British, and I said, what are y'all doing? It wasn't as a joke. It was like, what's going on? Because I'm a warrior. I've been going to war my whole life. I love it. I'm 54 years old, so I could tell things.
Okay,
I do
54.
And he was like, nah, everything's cool. I said, y'all not going to tease him or nothing? I'm calling him. So I called Cam. Now, he says his side, but I'm like, yo, I'm telling him that was funny, but yo, don't let nobody smack you on your ass. It wasn't a joke, haha. It was a joke after. Like, I don't like that, but yo, on some real shit, never let a man smack you on your hips. We don't do that. Now you doing, especially now that you're doing all this, don't start letting niggas do that, because that's not no Harlem shit. I told him, and I'm going to tell, I got to get at him about it, and you're going to get caught up. I asked him if he was all right with it out of respect. All right, let me just tell this story, then I'll get some. My blood sugar's going low. I can't eat, so y'all got, no, you know what'd be good? The, pause, that shake, the coffee shake, pause, with all the nutrients in it. Can y'all do it as soon as possible? Because my sugar. So, I'm like, yo.
What's up with all the pause? Pause this, pause that. What's up, man? God dang. Oh, did I do something? God dang it. Oh, man.
So I called Cam. Now he says his side, pause that.
What's up with all the pause?
Now that
here we go.
When he got mad about it, I didn't understand it. And he waited a while to do it. So I'm like, what I didn't like was, number one, now that you have a platform, that's not what you want to be teaching younger people to do. It's bad enough as it is. You want to get on a platform and say it's okay that when your OG calls you to talk about something that you're going to say, I'm not going to answer that and I'm going to talk about it on TV. That's not the ideals that I want him to be. That's not the message. And that bothered me. It was embarrassing in that way. Like, damn, my OG-ness, my teaching is wrong. What's wrong with this nigga? But I'm like, I don't know why he's doing it. And then I was going to respond, but I was like, that's what everybody wants to see. Like 50 and Steve Stout, they have popcorn. They're using him. I just don't know how. But they're the ones that will benefit the most because he smacked them on his hips. And it made me think he must have loaned him some money because now he must be telling them what to do. But when he did that, I was like, F it. I'll let it slide. The Queen of Harlem happened to be up here and she talked me off the ledge and I let it slide. And I didn't have teeth, it was during Puff's trials. This is perfect. I don't want to talk about that shit at all. They're going to be saying I'm talking about this. I'm not going to say nothing. I don't want to do no interviews. And then he starts getting that, talking about my money, all that shit. Then he gets that honor up.
But you the one brought it up, though. What make it so bad is I started doing this, y'all. I wanted to see when he take the teeth out.
And it's a lie what he said. It was a lie.
God
so I'm like, why is he lying? And then I'm like, he knows Mook is in there. Pause. In the movie.
There you go with that pause
Smoke
again.
Dizza.
Why you keep saying pause, man? You 54. Pause. Why you keep saying that?
So I'm like, why is he lying? And then I'm like, he knows Mook is in there. Pause. In the movie, Smoke Dizza. My OG Daniel, Black, my whole crew. So you trying to diss my whole crew and make what they did whack, but everybody else says it's good. It was in the New York Times. Kanye gave the illest fucking premiere and everyone said it was, everyone has said that. But why would you diss something that represents the Queen of Harlem's in it? Why would you say that? Now I got to do something. And I just got my eye surgery and I'm like, this is perfect. But when you get anesthesia, it doesn't come out your body for about a week. But I said, fuck all that. I'm sick of this shit. Because I knew I was getting my mouth done, pause, and I knew I really wouldn't be able to talk. So I said, I got to do this today.
Why are you pausing? I had to go get my mouth done. I got to get my teeth fixed. Pause. Come on, bruh.
I don't give a f. And the thing about Cam is, I've known him since he was young. But he's known me since he was young. So I don't see why or there'd be any benefit. He knows what's going to happen here. Not violence. Maybe he doesn't. Maybe they convinced him. I don't know. It must have been a lot of money. But now I say what I say. And then my son calls me and says, Cam gave him some money to do an interview on his show. And that really bothered me because Cam knows, he known Boogie since he was born. He knows our relationship, the reasons for certain things. That would have really damaged our relationship. It would have fucked up a lot. And that's not all right to me. And if we on some street shit, when you with the kids, so it also means you must think I'm soft, that you could with my kid. So to me, I'm like, this is what it was like. Because I pattern a lot of what I do, or I'm influenced a lot by the gangster movies. I watch The Godfather. So The Godfather 2, you know, it was his little brother. It was Fredo. So right now, if we were saying what character is Cam in this movie, because he botched up a hit. They tried to hit him. His brother tried to get him hit, but they missed. Cam is Fredo. He's Cameo. That's his new name to me. He's Cameo. And to me, Cam going up against me is like Fredo going up against Michael Corleone. And you saw what Michael Corleone did. He hit the 5 families in one day, and he made everybody think he was weak. That's power. So what happened was he botched, for me, because I'm not dumb. Let me put this in context. Do you remember 50 saying that he had a documentary about Puff with Netflix?
Yeah.
It's highly promoted. So I know he be capping. There's no rights to buy from Paid in Full. The thing there is I was there. I don't have to buy rights for my own story. I already told those guys' story. Now I'm telling my story, my Paid in Full. I don't have to buy the rights. Never hustle. You know, you see, another thing that was bugging me out was Cam made this statement that he was the best that ever did it in Harlem, but he never hustled one day that I know of on a Harlem block. And because you said that and did this thing with my son, I don't want to have to. That's why I told the story about why I never hustled with Cam. The reason I never sold a drug with Cam, you know why? Because when he was young, I was on my way to the hill, me, him, and Big L. And I made a left on Amsterdam into a checkpoint, and I didn't have a license. But at that time, they didn't really always lock you up, but they sometimes did. So I was like, yo, I think I can get out of this, but I'm just letting y'all know I got 3 bricks in the car, but I'll wear it. Cam started crying, man. And he told us right then and there that he would put himself in PC. Dad, I'm putting myself in PC. Me and Big L like, what? So we went to the side and was like, you know, afterwards we were laughing, but we were like, I was like, I will never hustle with him. He's a ball player and he does music. So I never really, he's a civilian, but you can't be saying you the best that ever did it in Harlem and you never sold drugs. And if you had to go to Ohio after you was a rapper, that's not the best that ever did it. How dare you say some shit like that? And another thing is like, they made up no homo, but this nigga saying pause has pause on his forehead. You didn't make up pause. So you lost your rights. You're not to me, you're Fredo, you're Cameo. No more. Pause. Don't act like every time you say pause, you're celebrating the Godfather, me. We made that up. Stop saying it unless you think I'm the best that ever did it. Don't act like you did it. That was, I'm like, and the reason why they can't say no homo, because they'll get canceled. So now you're going to try to now take that? So how could you say you the best that ever did it? Don't ever say that. So I also have to regulate that because I don't want people ever to think that's a reflection of Harlem. Guys that curve, stab their brother in the back to help them out, won't pick up their phone. And you know, and this is the thing about the character, my character. This is one thing Cam knows. If a nigga punches me in my face, I'm swinging back immediately. I'd rather get my ass whipped. I'd rather get beat. I mean, I got jumped by 30 niggas. I fought all of them. I caught some stitches, but f*** all that. I would not be able to live with myself if somebody punched me in my face. And when I asked my cousin why he let True Life punch him in his face, he said, I wasn't getting paid this day. And he didn't swing back. So I wasn't fighting for someone that's not fighting for themselves. And he's warned that. We are different kinds of people. You'd rather get punched in your face and not swing back in the moment. It's not even a thought. And then I'm like, he hanging out with Steve Stout. And I remember when I smacked the shit out of Steve Stout, he did not swing back. So he should be in that crew. They're the not poor swing back crew when they get punched and smacked. I'm not in that crew. This is because you f***ed with my kids. This is why I'm saying the truth. I'm not holding you down no more. Pause. So you could never think that you're going to fight a man that fights is going to be the man that has already let niggas punch him in the face and he did not swing back. And of course you're going to click up with the nigga I smacked in the face that didn't swing back. You guys are brothers now. That's your crew. Go get money with them. Do that. But now you know what happens when you f with the Godfather. If there was a movie that if he was a character and paid in full, he was a character and paid in full. He's Rico. Right? Mm-hmm. Right now, that would be a Rico move. This nigga fucking f with my kid. That was crazy. But he's not Rico. He's Rico Suave now. So when y'all say good job, Rico, call him Rico Suave. That's what I would do. Because I don't. There's like a level of. See, I'm a guy that fights. And I could say this, like, you know, I fought everybody. Jay's a good opponent. I can't beat him yet. Pause. And I'm not trying to beat him. I'm just protecting myself from the things he's tried to do. But he has resources. He got a lot. But these other guys, they don't fight like that. They're not used to that. And, you know, I'll go head up anytime. I do it all day. He's fun to fight. Pause. This dude, he never been in a real one, with a real one. Never. This is what I do. I fight Lior. I fight Steve Stout. You know, my ex-wife's lawyers were Trump's lawyers. I went head up with them. The same way. Shapiro, I talk to him like he's my son. Trust me on that. This nigga was talking for Rockefeller. How the f you going to talk about a company that I started? Get the f out of here. Ask him. I went to war with real warriors that beat other people, but they're not beating me. We went to court. We had to call it, you know, it was a dismissal, or we settled. Like, you know, they didn't win. I was able to sell I won that, actually. I won. We went to court and I won to me because I was allowed to sell my interests, and they said I couldn't. And if you remember, they accused me of trying to sell something I couldn't and saying it was the whole thing. That was a lie. But it's all fair in love and war. Through this, I want to say this. And I hate to have to say this, but I am a gentleman. A real warrior respects real warriors and real things. They really do. So, just even with Cam, I do think I made a mistake. Bleak, I got a lot of respect for Bleak now because I realize his strength. I'm not saying he's the smartest light in the room. That's not his superpower. It's his loyalty. You can't say nothing about that man's big homie. And every time he's seen me, he's been a gentleman. Every time. And he's been the only one that took a call and talked to me. But the loyalty, he's been I'm thinking, damn, maybe I should have made him the vice president. That's where I f***ed up. I didn't see his strength. It takes time to show loyalty. I'm talking about this nigga, because the reason why I'm saying he's not, because he will not let you say a word, even if homie's dead wrong. He'll say some stupid shit, but that's what you're supposed to do. And I see how hard he's working, despite the fact I don't think that Jay takes care of him at all. And he's still out there. I gotta respect that, man. And he will never say nothing bad about his big homie. So I want to give a cosign to Bleak, and I hope that any way I can help him get money, it doesn't mean I want to hang out with him or his crew. Because I be seeing Cam asking that stupid shit, like, you know, I'm not trying to I don't want to hang out with niggas. I don't mind hanging out with because he's funny, though. But he's loyal. And that's what it's like. Now I was like, damn, I thought, like, I got Cam, he got Bleak. Damn. And I thought that was way stronger. But look, So yeah, any way I can help him, and I think everyone should support him, and everybody should do his interview. Any way I can help your show, let me know. You know, he's a gentleman. I can't, and a real warrior will do that. I doesn't mean I f with y'all, but I respect that. And if your big homie taught you that, good teaching, bro. Because I look at this. Now, what you got to remember is I've always said I don't trust dudes. In the Bible, the closest person to Jesus killed them. And it always happens that your best friend is the person you've given the most to hates you the most for some reason. I saw it happen with Jay. But you think I'm going to let that shit happen twice? Once I saw them hip smacks, I started to prepare. So God keeps doing that because it keeps working. That trick keeps working. But I'm not going to be surprised. I'm going to be prepared. And that's why, again, I don't know what they did or what they're going to do, and I don't care. You know, Cam had Fendi call me yesterday, FaceTime, because he found out, he didn't know I'm the chairman of Revolt right now. But I think he knew I had a show coming, and he wanted to be the executive producer. First of all, Fendi, no disrespect, but he don't have a mustache. So I said, Fendi, I don't trust niggas that don't have a mustache, especially dark-skinned niggas.
Oh, my God, dude. Damn. Here we go.
Brooklyn. But also, Cam plays too much. Like, I'm not doing this trick booking niggas and all that. But, I'll talk to him later in person. Really, he should come on the dock, pause, and go for a ride with me on my boat on the lake. That's what he should do. I'll talk to him. I'm going to get a boat so we could talk with a lot of plastic on it.
Make up your mind, man. He should go on a ride with you on your boat that you have docked, like you already have the boat. And then you turn around and say, pause.
Booking and all that. But, I'll talk to him later in person. Really, he should come on the dock, pause, and go for a ride with me on my boat on the lake. That's what he should do. I'll talk to him. I'm going to get a boat so we could talk. With a lot.
You're going to buy a boat and get a boat so we can talk, or do you already have the boat? Make up your mind. Make up your mind. I don't know. I'm confused.
A lot of plastic on it. Nah, I'm just playing.
Now you're playing.
So, that's really that when it comes to that.
The hell, dude? I think he on something, man. I think he on some drugs or something, man. I'm gonna get on up out of here, man. Y'all take it light, take it slow. Hey, this is wild. Y'all tell him Uncle Mike told you so. Peace out.